Oh, going to be wet grass, isn't it? The Waihaha Track parallels the Waihaha River in pretty close proximity. We're just walking right beside the river now. Unfortunately, the long grass beside the track getting our legs soaking wet and our shoes soaking wet. The dewy grass is one of the things that we are plagued with. It's a lovely flowing river though along here, and I must say that the bottom isn't as sandy and clean as it used to be. There's a lot of slime on the bottom of the river, but is that the nature of New Zealand rivers today? It's unfortunate. The river's not too high. Few things protruding out of the river. They're often covered up in the wetter winter season. But off we go on the Waihaha Track. The plan is to go as far as the Waihaha Hut, which is at the edge of the Hungaroa range of hills. All the broom along the track certainly adds a bit of color. It's kind of pretty this time of year. At least it's not a prickle like gorse. This portion of the track hugs the riverbank for quite a ways. You can hear the noise of the rapids down below. Interesting holes or depressions in the rock in the riverbed. I'm not sure what they've been formed by. There's a particular section of holes right there, and that's part of the riverbed. A little bit of a gorge here. You can see the steep rock bank. Can't quite see down below to the river. We've never come up the river with the water this slow that this rock is exposed and dry. It's boring here, but this is often covered in water, these rocks here, but we've got these interesting hard holes. The erosional force of water is pretty awesome, carving its way through this rock. More of the bush now, not the open sun as before, and the track veers away from the river somewhat for the next little while, and there's a bit more of a climb right here up to a bit of a lookout point.
I just adjusted the exposure on my photo.
Oh, look out. You can't see the river, unfortunately. It's way over to the right there.
You see the river valley.
But you see the river valley. And all the dense forestry slopes here. Mixture of pine and native bush. I've mountain biked this track before, a few years ago. But I must say, the day I rode it, conditions weren't as dry or anywhere near as good as they are today. So if you want to be a bike rider on the track, today would be the day. We're out of the Potocar Forest at the moment and dancing along the ridge high above the river. The river down below, you can see how it carved its way through that rock. We're out of the bush and into some low manuka scrub. And no shortage of manuka along here, varying size.
This is manuka here.
And
Manuka.
tell by the tiny leaves on it. And they start blossoming in a couple months. And this is the one that we don't know the name of. Quite spindly, but it hasn't got a name that we can come up with. There's the sign, Bill's Rest. It's a new sign, I think. There's a good little outlet to take a break.
Where does it say Bill's Rest?
Right there on the sign there.
Oh,
Lunch break there, snack break. We're heading into some more podocarp forest up ahead. Some of those giant native trees are several hundreds of years old. The ground is covered with ferns galore, various types of fern, and we still get a few lancewoods with its peculiar skinny leaves. There's a couple of very fine lancewood specimens here. And lots of baby remu, several baby remus. That's what they look like, furry type leaves, if you want to call them leaves, when they're young. But they grow into those great big giant trees like I showed you in an earlier shot. We're walking beneath huge native trees in this part of the track. We're sure fortunate this never got logged. It's still natural, original native bush. Now this is a big remu tree, a giant. That's the papa, and there's the mama. Quite an effort to try to save bird life, and that's a trapping box. Trying to capture rats, stoats, possums, which not only attack native bird species, especially the young, but they also do an awful lot of damage to the vegetation. So walking along the track, you'll often see these little markers, pink markers on trees. That indicates where a trapping box is for the people that come in and monitor and empty the traps after, maybe once a month. It's really been delightful hiking through this part of the track, through the bush here. All these large native trees, Remu, Tortra, Miro. But the Remu, it's the Remu that stands out for me. That's my favorite wood for doing woodworking projects. Must be coming close to the hut. I hear the river faintly off to my left, and I know the river cuts in towards the hut. We're going to crack out of the bush and the hut coming into view. That's the Waihaha Hut. to do some decent filming. Here we go again for Ali's still. We got to the hut exactly at noon, 12 noon, and we took just about 2 hours and 50 minutes to get here. A little bit of fluffing around, filming along the way, and a little bit of a snack stop, but otherwise it's this sort of normal time. An absolute fabulous day here, nice and warm. We passed one guy on a mountain bike and 3 girls on mountain bikes who spent the last night here at the hut. Otherwise, no one else here, and the hut is totally empty right now, but it's pretty spick and span. Everyone that stayed here last night did their duty and kept it clean when they departed. But it's not a bad place to hang out, nice and quiet, a lot of bird song. The one group of 3 girls mentioned a tom tit waking them up this morning. I didn't think tom tits made a heck of a lot of noise, but they're beautiful little birds. But they said he didn't hang around for breakfast.